I woke up this morning with the biggest smile on my face, because not only is a goal guaranteed for the next chapter, it's possible the Shidou Ryusei will be having himself a brace and Itoshi Rin goes goalless. What's going on everybody, my name is Animasu, and today we'll be taking a look at the Blue Lock chapter 274 spoilers, titled No Longer Rivals. If you like staying up to date with Blue Lock and would like to support me, please make sure to click that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and feel free to join my community Discord to interact directly. Without further ado, let's continue witnessing Itoshi Rin's destruction of Basher Munich. Today's leaks start off as usual with intro text stating, "Just a goal isn't enough. Seeking his true ego, Itoshi Rin once again heads towards the brink of death." The first thing we see here is Rin running forward at the ball, with Hiyori lunging helplessly behind. As Rin faces two NPC defenders ahead, we get a close-up of his intense expression, while the announcers shout out in excitement that PXG has triple possession. The perspective then immediately changes back to Isagi yoichi, who seems to be breaking down at the thought of Rin. Is he a goal-obsessed maniac? A fool? An abnormality? No matter the title, Isagi currently faces someone who is completely incomprehensible and outside the bounds of logic. Crumbling apart with a horrified look on his face, Isagi even admits that he currently feels fear due to this unreadable being. Pages 4 to 7 consist of Isagi's duel with Rin, however I'm not really sure if duel is the correct word. Playing with your food is the closest term I could find to what Rin just did, because he turned his number one op into a stumbling mess. Starting off the run, the sheer aura Rin gave off had the MC stuck in place, sweating like a fridge. It then gets even worse though, because on page 5, Rin just had to flex his bulwark a little more, leaving Isagi terrified. Although Yoichi hasn't even gotten close enough to make an impact, Rin still lunges his arm out here and try to either grab or just use his palm to create distance. Pages 6 to 7 are the real icing on the cake however, because recreating a double spread from Itoshi's side, Itoshi Rin wraps up this duel by cooking past Isagi. He even sprinkles on some emotional trauma with the Sai special, telling Isagi that someone so lukewarm could never be his rival. As Isagi crashes into the ground, leaving his opponent sprinting on ahead, Hiyori and Ryuchi have the audacity to scream out and ask what he's doing. These two have been fried by Rin at least 3 to 4 times this game already, so I'ma be real, they need to keep it pushing. Isagi however could not be more tuned out from them or the game, because he's literally on his hands and knees raging. Resolve to die. How about shut the hell up? Immediately zoning back in though and sprinting towards Rin, a unique spiral seems to be potentially indicating his original ego. With his eyes completely whited out and him gritting his teeth, Isagi realizes that no matter how many times he's lost, he's ended up being reborn to then win in the end. With page 10 being a complete spread of Isagi yoichi in the midst of Rin's chapter, our egoist confidently states that he is the genius of adaptability, Isagi yoichi. Although we've seen a similar panel before of him breaking apart into pieces alongside his brain, we've never seen this unique eye pattern before that he's got right now. The puzzles seem to almost cone off of his eyes like small little wings, and it seems to even continue on in the later chapters. If you've seen the leaks yourself, make sure to drop a comment below and let me know what you think, because it's almost been 80 chapters since he got Metavision, so is it upgrade time? Switching back to the PXG side of things however, Rin passes off the ball to Charles Chevalier while wagging his finger. He goes on to call the kid incompetent and then passes sloppy, urging him to just smash the ball with his impulses and stop thinking about it. Charles of course looks taken aback at first, but then grins in excitement, promising Itoshi Rin the nastiest pass yet. I mean, this kid looks the most evil we've seen all game this panel, and you know it's bad because even Loki's fired up from the bench. Good Charles, let yourself be guided. Page 13 shows Ryuchi screaming out to his team as it finally happens. Zantetsu sprints forward with super acceleration and slams into Kunigami's shoulder, and as this happens, shidou Ryusei is nowhere to be seen. Isagi's new visual prowess is shown again here too, as Kaiser just stares at the Beserker with a worried expression. Itoshi Rin charges towards Kaiser. No one else can really be seen separating this egoist and the goalkeeper. Charles is actually cooking himself with the ball, as he cuts past Kiyora Jin, leaving himself no time to react. Within his head, Charles even states that the craziness of this match has now infected his mind. With Kiyora still following him all the way up the wing, Charles seemed to actually plan for this as everyone around him looked shocked. Even with Rin guarded by Kaiser and the box seemingly crowded, Charles swings one foot behind the other to make an impressive Rabona cross. This ball is thrown high into the air, as Itoshi Rin makes the first move by placing his hand on the Kaiser's back and pushing off as he sprints away. With everyone just staring up at the ball in shock, even Ryuchi is able to see how impressive Charles' play was there. Hiyori however takes it a step further, gauging that in this current moment, Itoshi Rin is the only one reacting to this cross. As pages 18 and 19 are then shown, however, Shidou Ryusei can clearly be seen sprinting beneath this pass just along itoshi rin. The chapter title seems to be hinting two meanings in one, as Shidou assures his unofficial rival that he's come to kill him too. I knew this was coming the moment Zantetsu was shown dueling with Kunigami, and now all that's left to wonder is if this does more good than harm. The final page shows BXG's new trio, Shidou, Rin, and Charles, all looking sick as hell, as the French imp even admits that he did this all on purpose. A passing point that both Shidou and Rin can reach, making Charles even more of a devil as he instigated the deadliest fight in Blue Lock. All that's left for today's chapter is outro text, which states, "From now on, it's all unpredictable. Who will seize the coveted goal and reign on this field?" Obviously, I'm coping and hoping for Shidou Ryusei to swoop in and get a brace here, however I feel like that's not happening. It's more than likely that Rin gets a super goal of his own here, either with an assist from Shidou or while fending him off, both being things that would make it surprising and more super. Let me know who you guys think will score in the upcoming chapter, which we happen to have the title for. Chapter 275's upcoming title to end off the volume is Crashout, which might be the craziest title in all of Blue Lock. My first idea is that the title is just generally referring to PXG's offense, as 3 of their players have now gone completely rogue. Shidou, Rin, and Charles are all basically participating in their own new systems every 60 seconds, so whoever can keep up, well, they'll provide themselves with value. I really expect itoshi rin's goal to somehow boost up everyone's value on the team from both systems, because it would parallel he and Isagi both uplifting others in unique, twisted ways. It's possible that the Crashout is instead Isagi and Kaiser after PXG's equalizer, as we can see their reactions being absolutely crazy here. Isagi seems level-headed in this moment, however, with Kaiser looking the most worried, so I'm curious to see how the new Jin is embarrassed with his upcoming super goal. The most interesting part of this chapter is, in all honesty, Isagi yoichi, because despite itoshi rin cooking absolutely everyone, it seems like Metavision 2.0 is now on the stock market. When I saw the first panel, I thought it could just be a temporary design for this one spread, but turning the page, the same puzzle aura wings are still shown on his eyes. I'm really curious to see what this means in the upcoming chapters, because although BXG will score the equalizer, that's when the game gets the most intense. Shidou and Rin possibly teamed up in flow against Isagi and Kaiser, who have both awakened to their own new heights. This is all assuming that Shidou doesn't just leap into the air, bike this pass, which kind of Shidou, I beg of you, please let it happen. Every night I pray for a Shidou brace or hat trick. I'm sorry for the coping. Anyways, with that sadly being the end of today's video, I just want to thank you all so much for watching all the way through. If you enjoy staying up to date with Blue Lock and enjoy my content, please feel free to support the channel by clicking that subscribe button, comment below your thoughts, and also feel free to join my community Discord so you can interact with me directly. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video, which should be coming tomorrow or the day after.